Michelo joined the Venezuelan militias with one goal: to give his life for Nicolás Maduro.
I will fight the gringos for Venezuela.
There are plenty of people here.
Look at him here, celebrating and all. He enlisted in the army to die.
And you know what else? There are plenty of guts here.
Well, it's official. Michelo is ready to die for Nicolás Maduro, and here they tell us the following. Pay attention! The last thing a United States Marine with 30 years of hand-to-hand combat training sees when landing in Venezuela. But what did my eyes just see? Well, I have to admit, Michelo is at least good for TikTok. For other things like fighting against the United States Army in hand-to-hand combat, most likely Michelo is going to pay a visit to Hugo Chavez. But anyway, here they say to us, ha ha ha, Michelo signed up for the Venezuelan militias, soon they'll send him to fight with a bow and arrow against the B2. You know what's funny or curious about this? That Nicolás Maduro trained a group of old men, of grandpas, who are going to fight the United States with bows and arrows. Pay attention.
The day indigenous peoples are making history, we are registering with the Bolivarian militia to guarantee the peace and sovereignty of our people. Today, with the same spirit as our ancestors, like chiefs Guaycaipuro, Cumanagotos, and other chiefs who fought against the Spanish colony. In that way, with determination, with our silent weapon, just like Guaycaipuro did. That is how we are going to defend our territory. Go ahead, you tell it.
You can count on the people, Nicolás Maduro. That's something like what I imagine he wanted to say. It's unfortunate. I think it's shameful. These people are just cannon fodder for Nicolás Maduro. I mean, it's unbelievable that Chavismo is planning to have elderly people from indigenous communities fight against the United States Army. And the worst part is that the weapons those elderly people have are bows and arrows. It sounds like a joke, but it's not. They're going to use bows and arrows to fight against the United States. It's absolute madness. Let's be honest, it's complete madness. And here they confirm it for us. Nicolás Maduro arms the Chavistas with bows and arrows to defend him from the United States ships. The indigenous peoples, I mean, ready to fight and take on the United States? No, how unfortunate. And look, the Simpsons do it again. Amazing. The Chavistas are obsessed with using old people for the army. Seriously, it's crazy. Look, pay attention to this. Maduro loses his mind. From an underground bunker, the narco-criminal appointed an old man as general of the usurped armed forces. The Venezuelan ambassador to Colombia, Carlos Martinez, to fight against the United States. Let's take a look at this, because literally, he's an old man. Pay attention.
Commander-in-Chief, afternoon. Permission to enter.
Come in, Ambassador.
Good afternoon, my Commander-in-Chief. I request your authorization to receive the Division General's insignia.
In the name of our Liberator Simón Bolívar, of our beloved Supreme Commander Hugo Rafael Chavez Frias, Mr. Ambassador, I have decided and I proceed to promote you to Division General of the Bolivarian National Armed Forces in active reserve status. After having concluded today this session here at the command center of our armed forces for the planning of the binational operation of sovereignty, peace, and absolute security, now active in the new reinforcement phase, Division General of the Homeland. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, my Commander-in-Chief.
Oh, friends, more and more Venezuelans are coming to join the militia to defend the homeland of Simón Bolívar. Let us remember that Simón Bolívar told us and warned us, in the name of freedom, the North American Empire will come to plunder and steal everything from us, nearly 200 years ago. Simón Bolívar was a prophet here, and that's why he was uncomfortable. Look at what the Yankee Empire did. Libya, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen. Where are Iraq's weapons? Nothing but lies to steal the oil. First they slander you, make up lies, and then they invade you to loot everything. That's why even I, who am Argentine, know the history of Venezuela and the father of liberty, Simon Bolivar. And that's why I don't fall for the lies of the criminal looting empire. Let's defend the land of the liberator and of Hugo Chavez. Long live Venezuela!
Well, you already saw it. Michelo is more than ready, more than prepared to die defending the interests of Nicolás Maduro and the cartels. Maybe he's not quite ready. Let me explain. Let's see how Michelo actually thinks that nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to occur, and that at no point will the United States invade Venezuela, that it's all just smoke from the United States. That's what Michelo thinks, and I don't blame him. The vast majority think the same. Even I myself think it's unlikely that there will be a United States invasion of Venezuela, at least in a literal sense. There could be a military operation where they try to capture Nicolás Maduro, but an invasion, what you would call an invasion, I have my serious doubts. Honestly, I don't believe it. In fact, Michelo himself doesn't believe it either. And that's not a minor issue, because we're seeing how Michelo signs up and how Michelo bravely says he's going to fight against the United States. But in reality, he thinks nothing is going to happen. Therefore, he's just signing up to get attention, to make viral videos. That's what I honestly think. Let's watch it.
Today, Sunday in Venezuela. Look at the streets. Here we are with the guys.
Hey, Factor M in the house.
Factor M?
In the house, with Xavi and Nicholas, you already know.
Agustin, bringing Michelo over so he can see how safe Venezuela is. We're at peace.
We're at peace. And look at the kids over there dancing to the drum.
Come on, come, let's dance to the drums. Come on!
They discussed an invasion of rhythm, man. I'm still in Venezuela waiting for the Americans. I'm having a nice cup of coffee. It's already Tuesday, August 26th, as you can see, 4 in the afternoon. The only thing that's happened since the Americans, acting all tough, talking about intervention, is that China announced investments of billions of dollars for Venezuelan oil.
Do you realize what's happening here? Right. Michelo is signing up for the army, for the militias. He's saying he's going to fight and give his life for Nicolás Maduro because he thinks nothing is going to happen. But if it were to happen, if there were to be a real military intervention by the United States in Venezuela, I guarantee you that Michelo will run away. Even so, Michelo has serious problems. From my point of view, Michelo is in a pretty delicate, pretty complicated situation, and he has nowhere to go. If Chavismo falls, Michelo falls with it. That's the level Michelo collapses along with Chavismo. And not only that, even assuming that Nicolás Maduro reaches a deal with the United States and he and his people can flee Venezuela and go live, I don't know, to China. I doubt they'll take Michelo for obvious reasons. Honestly, I think they'll just leave him behind. And Michelo will remain in central Venezuela. Without the protection of Chavismo, with people thirsty for revenge, and the situation for Michelo would be catastrophic. In fact, not only that, if Michelo returns to Argentina, I also believe that Michelo will be investigated. Since Michelo is linked to Chavismo, and remember, Chavismo is a criminal network of drug traffickers. So it's a very, very delicate situation for Michelo. He's in a dead end. His future and his life depend on Nicolás Maduro staying in power in Venezuela. But well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to know, what do you think? What's your opinion? I would love to read your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.